Well, if our buddy Bryan Garrity loses any more weight, we're going to have to redo that graphic. Our big Ask Big Daddy segment here might have to be renamed. Our good buddy Bryan Garrity joins us back here on San Diego Living talking real estate. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, you and I have never discussed whether or not we would discuss this on the air or not, but you were having some health concerns, and you said, I'm going to do something about it, and you look fabulous.
I love it. I'm going to come here now every day for that.
I'm telling you what, man, you've lost a bunch of weight. You're working out, so good for you. So when you're ready to talk more about that, we will. But but I just had to acknowledge it because I knew you've been working so hard at it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, there were definite health concerns which are resolving.
Good, very good. All right, well, because we want Big Daddy around to talk to us about real estate for a long, long time. We're talking today about knowing about a home's history, and this is criminal history, things that have gone on, and there's things that have to be disclosed.
There are, and the reason, this is kind of an oddball topic, but the reason that I selected it is because we had a couple buy a house in a certain part of town, and they, I had it listed. The buyer's agent, very nice person, ran into her a couple months ago, and she was like, those buyers that bought that house, all they do is they go to work and they come home and they're afraid to leave. And I was like, why is that? And they're like, well, the area scares them. And I was like, well, I mean, due diligence. And not blaming her, obviously, because there's plenty of means to be able to figure out what kind of home you're buying. Statistics are everywhere. Being involved even with the police.
With law enforcement and so forth, sure.
You could
the information's
online.
out there.
Yeah, it's what kind with robberies and murders.
So there's questions to ask. And
there are.
We've got to like 5 basic questions. I mean, do any offenders live nearby? I mean, that's...
And we have Megan's Law, which is now Megan's database. That's for a sex offender. You just go online. It will show you all registered sex offenders within the parameters of that house, and whether they're active or not, it's a really good database to have, so you can get a good idea of what's around you.
Now, another question to ask is whether or not the house was ever used as a drug lab, and there's some specific reasons for that. Even if the neighborhood's nice and somebody just had a clandestine lab and they were hiding out, and there can still be health concerns?
It's the chemicals and whatever it is they use for all that nonsense. If that stuff is used and the house has been used to make those kind of drugs or whatever, it could cause serious health concerns for the people. So, believe it or not, these houses have been used, you may be fooled, as drug labs. And then you have these people that are out there now that are investors buying the houses, cleaning them up, flipping them, and you would never know. You would never know.
So that's a question that has to be asked, and you need to do a little bit of research.
And it needs to be disclosed. So,
and it should be disclosed.
People always are like, that's such a weird question. Why do I have to answer that? Because there are people that actually do use their homes for such crazy purposes.
All right, you research what kind of crimes have happened in the area, and where and when they occur.
It's a good idea to look at time of day, look at what types of crimes. Was it robbery? Was it assault? Where did it happen? All that information is available online.
So that can really help you just sort out the neighborhood. Now, looking at a home too, I guess anti-crime type features, the safety of the home itself is something that you can really take a look at.
I recommend that it's so cheap to get a burglar alarm on your house.
Right.
And is it a deterrent that works 100% of the time? No, but it is a good deterrent to have. Some people have a dog, whatever, but I recommend you have some kind of deterrent, and that's whether you live in Rancho Santa Fe or you live in an area where the crime may be a little bit higher. You should have some kind of a deterrent in the house.
When you look at the lighting, and you look at exposures, and you look at, if you feel safe parking in the garage and walking to the house and so forth, then just consider those things ahead of time.
Look at your windows. What kind of locking mechanisms do they have? Do they have locking mechanisms that need to be enhanced? Do you need to change the windows out? You really should do a thorough safety check of the house as to how easy is the access if somebody were to want to get in here? Because this is my house, this is my stuff.
And certainly, as you're looking at the neighborhood, look at things like neighborhood watch programs and so forth, and what you can do to help.
And that's what I was going to say. If there's not an active neighborhood watch, start one. because you know that an individual can work with the local police departments and they can start an active neighborhood watch in the community. A lot of people don't want to volunteer.
Right.
You know, that's the problem. It's like, nah, never mind. Until something happens. Then all of a sudden, you know, they're screaming bloody murder and they're wondering why they don't have something like that in place in the neighborhood.
Right.
So be the leader of the group. Be the leader of the group.
Bryan Garrity, good to see you, buddy. Look, if you have any real estate needs, again, Bryan has specialized for a long time here in short sales, difficult sales, and as the market turns around, certainly if it's just a regular good old buy and sell transaction, he'd love to help you out with that as well. But no matter what your challenge is, he can certainly help you out with that. And with the legal background, he has, again, a great resource. Bryan Garrity, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's too long. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
I know. Okay, we'll see you back here shortly then.
Alrighty.
Don't be away so long.
No way.
All right.